What's good, everybody? It's your boy Breezie and your boy Mose Knows, and we're going to talk 49ers training camp. Day one, we're going to recap it, the good, the bad, the ugly, and all the 49ers news that's going out, man. Stick around. We'll be right back after this intro. Good morning, Vietnam. What's going on, everybody out there? I see everybody tuned in right now. It's morning time on the West Coast. It's still morning time over here on the East Coast, man. Look, Mose, we get to talk about the first day of training camp and what we thought and our takes from it. It's going to be really cool, man, to break it down. Before we do, we just want to send a shout out to everybody, and we're going to get through the formalities real quick so we can spend more time talking Niners, baby. Let's do it. YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, youtube.com/WayneBreezie. Make sure you go ahead and do that. Mose is streaming from his channel as well. We got to put that up in here so you guys can go ahead and subscribe to Mose Knows right there on YouTube, man. Somebody hit me up the other day. It was like, how can I get to Mose's channel? Just type in Mose Knows. That's what I do, and everything pops up. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching on both networks, do that right now. Become a member today as well. You can on Twitch. You can follow and subscribe. Free Amazon Prime, www.twitch.tv/WayneBreezie. Use your Amazon Prime account. It gets rid of all the commercials. I know y'all don't like commercials. It is what it is. I got Hulu on the special, bro. And it was like $1 a month. Like I got it around, I think, Christmas time. And so it was $1 a month for a year, but it's with the ads. Bro, you know how many times I started to just pay the money to get rid of the ads, bro? Yo, they pop up at the worst time. You be
at the worst possible time. You be in it. Like you be sitting there glued to the TV, and then all of a sudden the ad pop up. And then it'd be like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 3 minutes of ads. Like, bro, come on. Like you killing my momentum right now.
Bro, I'll be like, Hulu has to be the worst, man. They really want you to subscribe and pay, get rid of them ads. Listen, join the Patreon. I'm gonna be doing some breakdowns of a lot of the pressures that's going on. They pumping out pressures left and right. So we got the Kyle Shanahan breakdowns that's gonna be up there very shortly. And then the players from last night, I definitely want to touch on Azeez Al-Shaair and those guys, man. They got a chance to speak. We break those down right there on the Patreon, man. So go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon. You can get the breakdowns. Twitter, follow. And super follow. You can follow me at WayneBreezie. You can follow Mose at Mose Knows. Mose.knows, I believe that's what it is. What
Mose.knows?
Yeah, it's too many dots. What? Dot. Mose. Dot. The dot is a period, just in case y'all don't know what the dot is. Don't type out the word dot. You know how people be kind of silly.
I gotta figure out a more. I've been thinking about that. I gotta figure out like a more streamlined name.
Why don't you ask the people? They'll help you out.
Yeah, throw some suggestions in the comment section. Yeah. I mean, we'll throw some suggestions in, and then what we love to do on this show, we'll take 4 or 5 suggestions. Yeah. We'll put a poll in there, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
I'm all about the people, Mose. Let the people decide, man. That's what it's all about, man. It's a democracy. I ain't even looking at the comments. You go ahead.
Yo, why they keep trying to get me in trouble? Y'all know I'm married.
Hey man, this is what they do. This is how you know they family. This is how you know we all related. Listen, follow on Instagram at WayneBreezie2. Don't forget to check out the website. All right, we're gonna be posting the content right here on the website, so you're gonna get exclusive content from Mose, myself. When Peachy starts her episode, it'll all be right here on the WayneBreezie Entertainment Network. www.twben.com. You can go ahead and join that today for free. And don't forget, you can email me WayneBreezie@twben.com. If you want the latest in 49ers news, go to 49erswebzone.com. That's www.49erswebzone.com. All right, man, listen, let's go ahead and get right into the news so we can get into the show, because there's a lot of stuff we want to talk about. The poll question is crazy. I would love to know from everybody out there that's watching who stood out the most day one. All right, day one, I gave you 4 choices. If you feel there's somebody else, go ahead and type it in the comments. We'll go ahead and make sure we get to that. And please don't let us Forget the poll. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a poll check every 15 minutes, Mose. A poll check every 15 minutes, just so we don't forget it, right?
Just
now
so
we gotta get to some major 49ers news. And Matt Mayoko reported this the other day. Bad news for 49ers fans. Roger Craig, he did not advance to the finalist stage for the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2023. So my question to you, and I'm gonna ask everybody out there, will Roger Craig ever make it into the Football Hall of Fame? Let's go ahead and ask that question. I'm going to ask that out there. We're going to scroll that across the bottom. Let's get it, man. Will Roger Craig ever make it into the Football Hall of Fame? Mose, what do you think, man? Because it just...
I think he will. My frustration is that it's taking this long for it to happen. He was one of the earlier running backs that kind of birthed this hybrid style of a running back.
Correct.
Where he was a good running back, but he also caught passes out of the backfield. Like players like Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, like their game is modeled after what he did. And people may point to, oh, look at Marshall Faulk. But yeah, Roger Craig came before him too.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of Marshall Faulk's game can also remind you of what Roger Craig did on the field. So I think he should. Will he? Yes. I just don't know when. And it's a travesty that he's not in there yet.
First running back to ever rush and receive 1,000 yards in the same season, bro. Just off the strength of that alone. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
He was the first one to ever do it. And that's what bred all of these other guys being hybrids. Being able to not only run the ball, but then catch the ball. So, like, he laid that foundation and that blueprint. So, I mean, like you said, off of that alone, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Now,
he changed it. Hall of Famers are players that change the game, correct?
Yeah.
They are game changers. And he's one of them.
And that, you know, that goes for every sport, too, when you think about players that make it into the Hall of Fame. Of course, the accolades help back it up, but it's how did they change the game? And when you change the game, change the rules of the game, you deserve some credit, like a different type of credit, man. And Roger Craig was that guy. I see somebody said if he goes in there, Tom Rathman should be in there as well. I mean, no, we need to check the list of fullbacks that made it into the Hall of Fame. It's probably not that many.
It's not that many.
Yeah.
But I would agree. Rathman should be in there. I feel like Juszczyk is going to be in there at some point.
Mm-hmm. And if you look at
what's the fullback from Dallas? Isn't he in the Hall of Fame?
Did Darryl Johnston make it to the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I got to look at it.
I know that you're talking about the Moose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We got to get a Hall of Fame list out there. Guys, if you could do this for us, and we'll do it too here, Mose, let's pull up let's see if we can list the dual threat running backs that are in the Hall of Fame as of right now. Or first, I guess you're just going to start running backs in the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame running backs. Let's just do that. And then we can go ahead and point out Hall of Fame running backs. And then we can kind of like determine which ones are the dual threats. Wait, Ricky Waters made it to the Hall of Fame? Am I reading this right? No,
he can't be.
He can't be. American football running backs Hall of Fame. Then maybe he was a nominee. I need to know who made it in. Let me go to. All right, I'm going to the website. All right, here we go. I'm on the website right now. We got Barry Sanders, obviously. Do they give it to us where they can just break it down? Find Hall of Famers. I just want running backs. Hall of Fame RBs, 25.
Oh, yeah. So player position.
There's only 25. There's got to be more than 25 running backs in the Hall of Fame, right?
There's only 9 fullbacks.
Am I reading this wrong?
There's halfback, and then they have halfback/E, halfback/FB, halfback.
I need to know what website you're on because
I'm on ProFootballHallOfFame.com.
Oh, me too. So how did you get to the Famers?
So
and then search by position.
And then on the side,
go to I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
They got they got flankers. They got fullbacks 9. I'm just looking for the halfback. They got 15 halfback. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see all the HB category, like it's
And then you see the
HB, but then
HBs.
there's other categories too.
Yeah. Then there's HBs and fullbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guys I ain't never even heard of in this joint, yo. I'm trying to see if I could find the first one that I've heard of.
Gale Sayers is here. Jim Thorpe, Steve Van Buren, Doak Walker.
The 49ers only have one running back in the Hall of Fame. His name is Hugh McElhenney. McElhenney. That's what it is. It's H. You know what? I'm gonna post this mother sucker right here, yo.
Oh man.
They have one running back in the Hall of Fame. That is crazy. That's crazy. Now we got to get to some super chat contributions because Sean wastes no time. He likes to let everybody know that his name is Sean. So let's go ahead and get to these real quick so we don't forget. Sean Foghorn. He says the only thing worse are the AAA, Allstate, and Progressive commercials. Are you affiliated with that, WB? Nope, I'm Geico. Anyway, you guys think Ayuk is going to be great? Seems to be average or slightly below. Did I put Ayuk in the daggone thing?
I think you put Ayuk in the poll.
Did I put Ayuk in the poll? I meant to. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I thought I did. And by D4, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to D4. Sean Shepard, for whom, for what? Ricky Waters' famous quote. No, I was reading, I think he was a nominee. And he's like Roger Craig. He's never going to make it into the Hall of Fame. Dang. All right, well, you know what? This is something that we're going to do. We'll do this on another episode. Because when you think about Roger Craig, we talked about his accolades. We know what he did. We know what he didn't do. We know he had the fumble, all that good stuff, or whatever. But unfortunately, he just didn't make it into the Hall of Fame. He's not being nominated for some reason. And it could be because of the newer talent that's out there. But at what point will Roger Craig ever get in if we keep breeding these new types of running backs? You know what I'm saying? Like these new running backs. I don't know if he'll ever make it in. It's weird, you know.
Somebody's got to see at some point that like he is like where this started. He's the foundation of what these young guys are doing now. Like he started it, and then it evolved into the Marshall Faulk type, the LaDainian Tomlinson type. And it evolved into the Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey type. Like that's still the same breed, still the same class of running back. At some point, somebody with any type of sense has to recognize that, like, he should be recognized for that.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying he eventually will get in. You know, it's yeah. As far as fullbacks, Notorious JV says, how many fullbacks actually made it into Canton? We have the website says 9 total. I'm gonna go to the fullbacks and see if you guys can recognize any of these 9. They got the position halfback, fullback as well. But as far as fullbacks, they got Jim Brown, Larry Zonka, Clark Hinkle, John Henry Johnson, Marion Motley, Bronco Nagurski, Ernie Nevers, Joe Perry, and Jim Taylor. Those are the 9 fullbacks that they have in the Hall of Fame. I don't know why. It just, you know what? The football league is so big. It just seems like there's way more players in the Hall of Fame than what I thought, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? When I sit here and look at this list, like it's actually not that many in there.
No, the Hall of Fame total, there's 362 players in the Hall of Fame.
Right. For some reason I just think it's bigger. Like I don't know why.
Like I thought it was more.
I just thought it was more for some reason. But it's clearly not. All right, so guys, Roger Craig did not get he did not make it into the Hall of Fame on this ballot. No Mike Allstott.
That's a good question. He's probably going to be in there soon. I know he's eligible now, right? He's been out of the league.
He should have been. Yeah, bro. I just don't understand. Like, what's going on? Like, I really don't. It's kind of crazy.
So short, I don't know, but he was a difference maker too at fullback. So
for sure. We got to talk about the D Ford release. This was reported. 49ers broke the news, and then everybody kind of like got their take on it. David Lombardi, I like this one because he kind of lumped it together. He says, in a long expected move, the 49ers have released edge rusher D Ford after such a promising start to his SF future. Okay. Tenure, Ford never fully overcame a 2020 back injury. The move saves the 49ers this year $1.2 million and salary cap space. That's enough to extend Jimmy Ward. I'm just playing. I'm just joking, guys. But nah, man, Ford has been released. We all saw it coming. We were waiting for him to pass the physical, and things like that. Mose, why don't you talk about it a little bit, man?
Listen, I'm glad. I think we saved more than 1.2 million. As I talked about the other night on Nitty Gritty Niners, we save a roster spot.
Correct.
We don't waste that spot hoping that he can play, hoping that something will turn around. We're not a team built on hopes and wishes anymore. Like, we are a team built and ready to go to make a deep run this season into the playoffs and hopefully into the NFC Championship game and back to the Super Bowl. So we cannot waste a roster spot on a guy who's only going to give us a quarter of a season or less. Let's figure out, what we have behind him, see who's going to be that solid number 2 pass rusher opposite Nick Bosa, and then see what our edge rush rotation is going to look like with guys like Omenahu and Ebukam and Kerry Hyder and Jordan Willis, and the list goes on and on. So, again, appreciate D4 for his time here, but it is long overdue time for us to move on and figure out what else we have in the building.
I agree. The 49ers have been moving on from D Ford. They gave him a shot last year. He did do a restructure to help the 49ers dwindle underneath the cap this year. He did the 49ers a solid. Some of us thought that, including myself, that D Ford, if healthy, could be, beneficial to this team. He can help this team out a little bit, but clearly, like Mose just spoke, you know what I'm saying? The 49ers were ready to move forward, and they showed you that. And if you don't know how they showed you that, they overloaded at the defensive edge position. I mean, overloaded. They brought in guys. They even signed like Kamiko Toure, like the last day you could sign, like, you know what I'm saying? Like before OTA start, like they overloaded. They were bringing in guys to compete, and so you knew they were going to walk away from it. The question was when, and clearly the way the money does roll back in, they do save 1.2 million this year. They will be paying D Ford some type of restructured type of thing. And if D Ford chooses to retire, they're probably going to like a retirement settlement type of package, which can help the 49ers as well. So there is news that D Ford is getting looks at from the Cleveland Browns, though. So I'm just want to put that out there. D4 might get a chance with the Cleveland Browns. Ronnie Montoya wants to know, do you think the team should have gave D4 a shot through camp, or was it better to cut him right away? Mose just spoke his piece on it. Should they have given him a shot through camp? Probably not. The main reason why is because they drafted a young kid and then they signed a bunch of other edges. And I mean, what was he going to do? For one, you're not going to have him practice in camp. Like, that's number one. You're not going to practice an injury risk guy through camp. You're going to let him just chillax. And I think the 49ers were just ready to move on. And like I said, they showed you that by bolstering up the defensive end position, the defensive line itself. Man, they focused on that mainly in the offseason. They got a lockdown corner, and then they just loaded up at guys that they felt Chris Kosiric can get the best out of. And so, that's kind of like what it is. 49er Media has a question. Why would D4 go to another team if not healthy? We don't think D4's doctors are saying he's healthy. The 49ers doctors are saying he's not healthy. There's the discrepancy with that. I think the 49ers are just kind of like ready to move forward. Feel me? Boom. Sid says Ford and Verrett are in the same category. Yeah, health-wise, yes. But I think the way they overloaded on the edge position most, but I think the way that they feel like their secondary, God forbid somebody goes down, they'll have a healthy Verrett to come in and kind of like, all right, let me ask you this question. Verrett or Josh Norman? Damn, Mose, you can't think about it. It's got to be quick. Okay, I need you're thinking
Josh Norman. Because I can at least count on Josh Norman being healthy. I can at least count on Josh Norman continuing to help the team with the punch out because he was great at that. He forced a lot of fumbles last year. Yeah, he got beat a ton. I know, John V. He's a liability. He got beat a ton. But I could at least count on him being healthy. Do I want a healthy body out there and someone who's at least competent? He's really only getting beat because of his speed. He's really only getting beat because of his speed, right? So do I want a healthy body out there that is at least going to try and play hard? Listen, I understand, but I'd rather have a healthy body that I feel is competent than somebody who, as soon as he makes a cut, I'm sorry, his body is breaking down. I would rather have Breezie and Mose. You don't want me. I mean, I might be able to get somebody. My feet still quick.
I'm good for one play down the field.
I might be able to get you a little something. So
I'm good for one play down the field, bro. Just one, and he's probably gonna catch it. I'm just telling you right now. I mean, I'm getting a holding call. Like I already know that shit coming back.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if Josh Norman can do it, I'm sure one of us can do it. Listen, you're not gonna catch the pass. We'll get this PI. You got to fight another down. You're not getting this touchdown on me though.
Listen, Mose, I feel like your points are valid, though, bro. Like, I'm not trying to co-sign everything you say, but that's a valid point. Like, his health is wealth, bro. Like,
listen, what do they say? The best ability is availability, right? So, like, at least we know he's out there. But this is what I was we were saying on Tuesday when we was talking about the corners and the position battles and who do we keep?
I got it right here on my right.
Who do we keep? That's why
right here on the right.
I don't know if Jason Verrett is a lock to keep.
Well, here's the thing: he's starting the season on the PUP, right? Which means he's going to be.
If he's going to be ready by week 1.
He's not. I don't think they care. I think they need him ready. So he'll probably go on IR till week 8. You feel me? And then just think about it. You're going to get a healthy Verrett toward the second half of your season. That depth is crucial for this team.
Man. I'd rather have a young and a healthy Quantrez Knight and Tariq Castro Fields.
I love what you just said.
And let them get their lumps, just like we did last year with Ambry Thomas and Diamador Lenoir.
Speaking of Ambry
Thomas, at the end of last year, Ambry Thomas found his way, and everybody fell in love with him, right?
Yeah, that's true. But Ambry Thomas was lost yesterday, bro.
I understand that, but it's the first practice.
He got burnt by everybody, bro.
I know, but it's the first one.
I hear you, bro, but that's not a setback.
It's the first practice in year 2.
But Emmanuel, okay. All right.
Emmanuel Mosley is seasoned.
Year 4.
This is year 4 or 5 for him.
This is year 4. I got you, bro. I get it. But he got torched. By everybody, every wide receiver.
And here's where I'm shooting him some bail. He's young, right? He still think because I'm young, I'm 21, 22 years old, I got this 4.3 speed. I'm gonna just go out here and just off of my physical God-given ability alone, I'm gonna be all right. But you on the big boy level now.
I'm gonna tell you what it really is.
What you think it is?
It's Kyle Shanahan. Let me tell you how dope our coach is, right? So let me just keep it a buck. First of all, last year they needed Ambry Thomas. We got to get to this contribution. So he stepped up. Did Ambry Thomas? Let me ask you this question: Did Ambry Thomas have a second half of the season, first season, like Brandon Ayuk had a second half of his rookie season? And then what happened to Brandon Ayuk last year? He was in the doghouse, right? Because Kyle Shanahan felt like he wasn't acclimated to the game, like the game. The same junk is going.
He said he felt like he didn't prepare properly, and he said also too. He said he blamed it on the COVID year because
yes he did. Yes he did.
He had some injuries.
Yes, he did.
The training camp was a mess that year.
Yes he did.
And he just got thrown into the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then we come into this season not really understanding how to prepare. Coming to last season, not really knowing how to prepare, and it's like, bro, I need you to be on your P's and Q's right now. Like I need you to really be on it. And now, so you're absolutely, it could be the same thing with Ambry.
I'm not blaming Kyle. I think Kyle was testing Ambry, throw everything at him. I need to see where he at physically, mentally.
I like that.
It's a test.
Let's see. And listen, the greatest teacher is experience, right?
Facts.
So Kyle has that experience last year. I got these young guys on my squad, and I had this situation with BA last year with him not really preparing like he should have in the offseason, being ready for camp.
And you heard BA say it.
Let me see if Ambry, let me see if Diamador, let me see if Hufanga, let me see if these young guys who played a lot last year are just floating on what they did last season and thinking they just gonna come in here and float on through training camp. So I listen, I agree with that take.
And I'm cool with that method.
Me too.
People think I'm 100%. You test your products.
Yes, sir.
You go out there and you put them through hell and high water, and you see, because you said, what was the first thing you said? Just the first practice. Now, what's going to happen? Can Ambry recover from the first practice? And if he does, he passes the test.
Right.
I love it. I love what we're doing in the 49ers organization with these young kids. I just don't expect Ambry, according to the way our coach Kyle Shanahan is set up, to have that type of a year until year 3. Because the way Kyle likes to make sure his players are equipped and ready to go. And he doesn't have to, because now he added Charvarius Ward. Emmanuel Mosley is healthy. A lock, right? You got Jason Verrett on the pup chilling, waiting to recover from his health. Yeah. And if Ambry Thomas can step up and be ready to go just in case somebody goes down, he knows he can count on Ambry at that moment, but he doesn't have to overutilize him right now because they don't need him. So guess what? He didn't get to redshirt his rookie year, but he'll get to redshirt his sophomore year and then be more experienced year 3, which is the year that his players usually break out. Brandon Ayuk, break out year. Deebo Samuel broke out year 3. George Kittle broke out year 3. It's a pattern. I'm just saying. It's okay. It's okay. And I know people are, he a Michigan guy. I am a Michigan guy, dag nabbit, but I'm just telling you, he's going to get torched. Look, they didn't throw at Charvarius Ward yesterday. Get Trey Lance, Brock Purdy, and Nate Sudfeld. I'm not throwing to him. Okay? They didn't test him, but I guarantee he's going to get tested. And I guarantee you he's gonna give up a pass.
And if he's the type of player that I think he is, he's gonna be barking because he wants the test.
He wants the test.
Like, yo, I need y'all to get me ready for the season too. Like,
but the thing was, Mose, you know why they didn't throw to him? Because he was playing press man on one side. Hey guys, press man. He was playing press on one side, and Ayuk and them cats couldn't get open.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
I know it's only one practice, but a lot of people had some really spicy things to say when we signed Charvarius Ward.
Ooh.
It was like, why didn't we go get JC Jackson? Who's Charvarius Ward? He not this, he not that. All right.
It's gonna be crazy. Listen,
I bet not see none of them people in a Charvarius Ward jersey because he locking stuff up.
Bro, if I can't explain the type of defense that, all right, so everybody, when you ask about Charvarius Ward, even Emmanuel Mosley, you listen to his presser, he was like, yo, the way he plays press is ridiculous. Like, you can't teach that. You got to watch it, learn from it, and pick up some things. Emmanuel Mosley was in his bag yesterday, and we'll talk about what he did yesterday. We got to get to this contribution. Cousin Sid says secondary looks good. Since we talk about the secondary, we're going to have to cut players. Yo, this is what we talked about on Tuesday, bro. This is the type of problem we want to have.
We want to have, yeah.
And Diamador Lenore yesterday had a nice PBU. Just keeping it a buck.
Okay.
So he might not be on the bubble.
He might not be
baby.
on the chopping block like
He might not be on the bubble, baby. And I kept saying he might be man, looking out, bro. I'm looking at this list.
We said that.
Listen, Darquez Denard started at the nickel. All right. And Samuel Womack had a good freaking practice. This is scary. This is a scary good feeling, man. I'm so excited, bro. Like, because it's just like, yo. Anyway, Malik Turner. Look, we got to get down. I just want to get some of this news out here, man. We were talking about this stuff, man. Thank you for the contributions, guys. We appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Yes, finally, Trey, we are in there, baby. We are in there, and we're going to talk about Trey in a little bit. Mose was talking about the benefits of releasing D Ford. Everybody knows the benefit number one is it opens up a roster spot for someone else to develop. Benefit number two saves you $1.2 million. Benefit number three, you no longer have to worry if he's going to be healthy, if he's going to be able to go out there. You don't have to play that. That's a bad like mindset that you have to play. Can he play? I don't know. Should he play? I don't know. You could kind of just like release him and then release that stress that it wears and tears on a coach's mindset when they have to prepare each and every week. And it's good that we have healthy pieces. We do got to talk about health a little bit. So there was only like one type of an injury that kind of went down. It wasn't something super huge, but it was definitely an injury, and it had to do with Aziz Al-Shaair. And I know he spoke and said he got the wind knocked out of him. Basically, Juice gave him the juice. All right. So that's what happened. People was like, what happened? So Juice gave him the juice. Now, my only concern is it was on the surgically repaired elbow. And he said the brace went into his gut and it knocked the wind out of him. Okay. So it's a good thing. That's football. I want to explain to everybody that that's football. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen, especially when they put on pads, all right? It's going to happen when they put on pads. Now, listen, we got a special guest that's going to be joining us live from training camp, and once he gives us the thumbs up, we're going to bring him in so we can get some of that exclusive, and we want to know who are the guys that he has his eyes set on that he wants you guys to pay attention to that you might not see. Now, I heard some people out there said that, listen, can we watch training camp? Nope, you can't watch it. But if you go on Twitter, you'll see a bunch of clips posted by everybody out there that's putting out clips for training camp, man. So if you give me the thumbs up and you tell me you're ready, bro, I'll bring you on in, man. We'll give you that introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the Shums of Shaolin, Wu-Tang Clan strikes again. The RZA, the Jizza, Oh Dirty Bastard, and Rohan. What's good, baby?
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Hey, man, we doing good. Looking quite sunny out there in California.
Right?
Oh, yeah. It's nice out here. It's definitely nice. Yesterday was good because it wasn't too hot, but it wasn't too cold either to where you could stand it for like 4 hours when we were out there.
Now, was that your first training camp experience on yesterday, or have you been before?
That was my first one. Yeah, yesterday was my first. It was amazing. You know, it's first day, so no pads. It's a shorter practice than normal. I think yesterday ran for about 75 minutes, but still, it was amazing. I loved every second of it.
All right. Now, I got to ask you this question, man. You're there hands-on. You got to see things before others got to see them. So you got to report things before others got to report them. What was your experience like just on day one? What was like the thing that you felt stood out the most for you as a reporter and as a content creator?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, 49ers football is back, and the players made it very clear. They came to the sidelines, cheered up the fans about 4, 5, 6 times, I could say, and it was different players every time, be it the hype machine, the rookie hype machine, or be it players like George Kittle, Fred Warner. I know Jimmy Ward came up here. I know Emmanuel Mosley came to the sidelines. It was like you could definitely sense the energy there. But if we're talking like specifically to football, the thing that I'd say is likely the offensive line. Really, when you look at the offensive line rotation, right? Everyone expected either Brunskill or Jalen Moore to start at right guard. Neither of them saw action at right guard. It was Spencer Burford who took all of the first team reps. Jalen Moore instead was the backup to Mike McGlinchey at right tackle. So that was the interesting thing to me.
The rookie. Look, Spencer Burford got first team reps.
I told y'all when we drafted him, you gotta watch out for this kid. His athleticism
is ridiculous.
Is absolutely ridiculous. And I heard that when you they said when you put Aaron Banks next to Spencer Burford just looks like the more athletic player.
Yeah. Now, this is a good problem to have, because if this is a look at that first team offensive line unit, this is going to be crazy. Minus Trent Williams. Trent Williams was excused. He had a family matter that he had to attend, so Trent Williams wasn't there. Who started at left tackle? I forgot.
It was the same guy as always, Colton McKivitz.
Colton McKivitz.
He's been seeing the action at left tackle whenever Williams is gone. One noticeable thing, Justin Skule was not the second team guy for anything. He was running first team reps as well in OTAs and in minicamp at right tackle with McGlinchey out. But McGlinchey got the reps today, and then Jalen Moore was his backup. I'm a pretty big fan of Jalen Moore, but he did not look great out there. I mean, albeit, remember, take everything with a grain of salt. No pads, and that's where offensive linemen really stand out. But Jalen Moore didn't look. He was probably one of the worst players out there yesterday. It's just because he got beat multiple times at right tackle. I think he's more of a guard.
He's more of a guard, yeah.
He's been practicing at guard this entire offseason, but he got beat by the rookie Drake Jackson immediately just off with his speed. He beat him off the edge, and then maybe 2 plays later, Nick Bosa beat him as well, recording a pressure on the quarterback.
That's not even fair. Tell us about Drake Jackson's speed, bro.
Sheesh.
Yeah, Drake Jackson's speed is legit. He didn't start. I mean, it's obvious. Kyle Shanahan does the same thing every year, right? He wants his younger guys to kind of earn starting spots. That's why Sam Womack isn't there in the slot. That's why you might see some of the rookies on third team. But that's why also Spencer Burford was a surprise. But Jackson's speed is legit. Like, obviously, we'll see a lot more in one-on-one drills, and then when pads come on as well, I'll focus more on the defensive line and the offensive line. But that speed is legit, and he's a big ass dude there. It's nice. The 49ers have a guy with their Drake Jackson pick.
Now, walk me off the ledge, because I think the 49ers, by the end of the season, will have a top 2 defense. All right, top 2.
Okay.
Yep, not top 3, not top 4, not top 5, top 2. And there are only 2 teams other than the 49ers that's going to have that and be in that race. I think 1, and you get Cleveland Browns, and 2, the Chargers. They can possibly be in that realm. Moses shaking his head no. Moses, talk about it, man.
Chargers, maybe. They got a lot more to prove, though, because I thought they were going to be better than they were last year. Another team that I'm putting in that top category for me is going to be Buffalo. Buffalo didn't get worse. They got better.
So we're creating a top 5, basically, right? And so do you even see the Browns being in the top 5?
No.
Okay.
And the only partially I don't see them in the top 5 because they still haven't put it together. You know, outside of Denzel Ward, there's still questions in the secondary. There's still questions in the linebacking room because all of their guys are young. Outside of Myles Garrett, there's still questions on that defensive line. Is Jadeveon Clowney even going to be healthy to be a solid number 2 pass rusher for them, right? So Cleveland has the pieces, but to me, they haven't put it together to where they can string together games. And then if you factor in what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson, what's going to happen on the offensive side of the ball, if they're not able to score points and control the clock, that means the defense is going to be on the field more and they're going to get worn down. So I don't see Cleveland being in the top 5. I could be wrong, but that's just what I'm seeing right now based off of everything going on with that organization.
All right, let me ask you this. Mose, get your top 5 defenses together for 2022. And Rohan, off the top of your head while you're driving, let's see if you can get your top 5 defenses, and I'll get my top 5 defenses, and let's try to just do a quick comparison and contrast of who you got. And off the top podcast says you got to put the Eagles defense in there, so we'll see.
As much as I hate that, because y'all know my disdain for Philly football. Philly has to be in there.
Yeah, they have the pieces, and they showed improved too as well. Like,
Philly
like, you know what I mean?
At all 3 levels this year. They got Hassan Reddick as a pass rusher. They got Jacob Bradbury as a corner, and they got our guy Tart in the safety range.
And the safety. And watch Tart have a great season in Philly. I could just feel it.
I believe Nakobe Dean is going to be healthy. That improves their linebacker core. And then you add Jordan Davis inside with Fletcher Cox.
Oh my gosh.
Rock playing, yo.
While you guys get y'all top 5 defenses, let me go ahead and read this contribution from the first lady herself. She's your queen to be, Peachy Brown. Since I was blessed with extra this morning, I wanted to bless our channel. Breezie and Mo's doing a great job as always. Great content coming your way. Got to grab my QB1 number 5 white jersey. It's going to be so much fun this season. Listen, Rohan, I know I asked you to get your top 5 list, but you were there hands-on, man. Tell us about seeing Trey Lance in living color. Since Peachy mentioned she's got to get that jersey, what was it like, man?
Trey Lance looked good. I'm not going to say really good because there wasn't too much quarterback action, at least in the scrimmaging, right? Quarterbacks were not really throwing deep yesterday. It was a lot more of the checkdowns, a lot more of below 10-yard passes yesterday, but he looked good, went through his progressions well. Most important to me was his accuracy. I thought he was very accurate yesterday, and he not only was he like accurate in the what do you call it, in the scrimmages, he was the most accurate by far in the team drills as well. Like the quarterback drills, I actually liked them. They have you essentially have quick feet for 2 seconds, move out of the pocket, or just throw the ball. And Lance was hitting him with stride when he was on the run, and Lance was also hitting him pretty well when he was, in the pocket. And so to me, I think the biggest thing is his accuracy. And when a live defense comes, I want to see, does that get tested more? Do the numbers change, or is he up for the challenge as well? Because that's the biggest thing for me with Lance. I don't really have questions about his arm fatigue. None of that. I just have questions about how does his accuracy go over a 17-game period. And the second thing that I want to point out on the quarterback situation, QB2 is not a race. Brock Purdy is not at all in the mix for QB2. It's Nate Sudfeld and Nate Sudfeld only.
Make it clear, make it known right now, bro.
Yeah,
there's not a quarterback controversy going on, like Grant Cohn said, right?
No, there's not a quarterback controversy at all. I don't think Brock Purdy will even be the backup in 2023. No disrespect to Brock Purdy, I just don't. His arm is just not that strong. Like, you can see it. It's in team drills, and it's with like just the quarterbacks throwing to open coaches. Brock Purdy's arm is significantly weaker than the other 2 quarterbacks, and that piled on with the year in the system. Yeah, I don't think there's a chance Brock Purdy makes his team.
Would you say
Rohan,
Brock Purdy?
My question for you is then this: what do you think the thought process was? Even if it was the last pick, Mr. Irrelevant, what do you think the thought process was for the 49ers even, I guess you could say wasting a draft pick on him if he's clearly not the guy. I mean, they got rid of a guy who essentially is him in Nick Mullins. Brock Purdy is just Nick Mullins 2.0. So what do you think the thought process was there in using a draft pick on him, even if it was the Mr. Irrelevant pick?
Yeah, so I don't sweat too much in the draft pick process. I think it's more semantics. I think with that 7th round pick, teams essentially target players who they feel aren't going to be able to sign when the undrafted pool hits. Because obviously teams start getting these deals done with these undrafted players way before the draft ends. And so I'm sure the 49ers had interest in Purdy, probably as a practice squad player, but weren't probably going to be able to get a deal done if he got to free agency, so they used the 7th round pick on him. I don't worry too much about that. I think he is a practice squad player for 2022. And while he might not have the arm strength, maybe the 49ers believe he can bulk up a little bit, but I'm sure they like more of his, like the other parts, like the intangibles, his mental game, and probably his accuracy. Because, you know, I don't use game manager that much, but they probably believe that if Purdy had to play a game, that he could be a game manager for a little bit, not really take on too much of the responsibility, and then they could win a game with their running game, with their weapons and their defense in that case.
So, do you feel Nate Sudfeld is the best backup option the 49ers have had since Kyle Shanahan's tenure?
Oh no, I don't think Sudfeld is better than the other guys that we've had before. Being obviously Nick Mullins, being those guys. I don't think he's like, I mean, even Trey Lance was the backup last year, but Sudfeld did look good yesterday. I thought Sudfeld was fine. And guys, give me 1 minute while I check in, and then I'll be back.
I know that Trey Lance was a backup last year, but he's never really. He wasn't brought in to be the backup. I think that was my thing. Like, he was brought in to be the start. He was drafted to be the starter. He just happened to back up a starting quarterback that we had. So you're right. He was probably the best backup that we've had. But I'm just talking about Nate Sudfeld, Nick Mullins, CJ Beathard. These are guys that Kyle Shanahan got. Do you feel like, Mose, what do you think? Do you feel like Nate might be the best option? Kyle can't stop talking about him. He's never talked about Nick Mullins as much as he's talked about Nate Sudfeld. He's never talked about CJ Beathard, and he drafted him like he has Nate Sudfeld. You heard Kyle Shanahan mention in the presser that he feels like Nate is the fastest out of all the quarterbacks, even though I think he ran a 4.9 and the 40. I'm not sure what it is. I have to look it up. But Kyle seems to be raving about, Nate Sudfeld and having the option of having a good backup. And why do you think it's important to have a good backup?
I think it's important to have a good backup. I think one of the biggest things that people miss outside of them playing on the field is if you have a good backup who understands the game, the knowledge of the game, they can help your starter, because the bullets are flying so fast in game action. It's very rare that your quarterback sees everything. So if you have somebody on the sideline who understands the brain of your head coach and also understands how the game is unfolding, those little minute details that the quarterback may be missing because he's trying to read the defense, he's trying to get the calls in, he's trying to get people in the right place, all of those things he can help with. And I think that's one of the things that Kyle loves about Nate the most is his mind, is his ability to think on the fly, to understand the playbook, to understand Kyle's mindset, and to be able to translate that into calling plays and executing plays on the field. So I think that's going to be Nate's biggest impact on this team that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. It's how he's seeing the game and how him, Kyle, and Trey are communicating. It's basically how he's going to help Trey based off of what he's seeing on the sidelines from a different vantage point. He's on the sidelines. He's getting the images on the Surface tablets before Trey even sees them. So if he can get to a screenshot quickly and say, hey, Trey, this is what I saw here. This is what Kyle saw here. What did you see here? And they kind of work it out. The quicker that information can be processed and understood, the quicker that Trey will get it, realize it, make any corrections if need be, and continue to go out on the field and be successful. So while you want them to be able to play, and be successful when they're on the field. Again, like we mentioned the other night, you don't want him playing a lot of games. If he has to come in for one game here, spot duty, that's fine. And I think he has the mental ability to get it done, especially if Kyle is going to limit the amount of throws he has to make and stand on his run game and defense.
Yeah. Nate Sudfeld is the backup. He's going to, I think he's going to be serviceable. We do want him to do some things. Basically, you want him to come in and manage the game. And if there was a situation he had to come in, you want him to be able to go out there and win the game. Right. And that's basically it. Just give me the thumbs up when you're ready to come back in, bro. And we'll get you back on. All right, man. All right. So let's get to these top 5 defenses, because I still think the 49ers are going to be predicated off of their defense this year. Look, I think the offense is going to score, but I think the defense is going to prevent teams from scoring. Like that's how that's how much I believe in this defense this year, especially if they're healthy and especially if they go into the to the season the way I think they're going into, all connected in the mental game. It was cool listening to Azeez Al-Shaair, talk about I'm wearing the Mike helmet. There's other guys that are wearing the Mike helmets too, just in case they got to go out there and be the Mike. But this is probably what's helped shape Azeez Al-Shaair, because he's able to play the Mike, he's able to play the Will, he's able to play these other positions, but he's getting those calls hands on, so he can kind of communicate a certain way to the teams. Let me get your top 5 defenses, Rohan. I don't know if that's what you got. If I'm I'll get to 49ers throwback comment out here somewhere. Let me see where it is.
All right, so top 5. I mean, we got to say, I think the Bills are up there. 49ers are up there. I think you put the Eagles up there for sure. Then, the last 2, I got to think about it. I don't think the Browns will eventually get in there. The Rams, you could make the argument for, even though they lost a good amount of defensive contributors. You could make the argument for, but on paper, I don't know if they're a top 5 defense. I'll get back on the other 2 in a minute. Let me check or get into the stadium, and then we'll figure it out.
All right, cool. No problem. Mo's top 5.
Buffalo. San Francisco.
1,
2.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Philly.
Mm-hmm.
5. Chargers.
Okay.
Because I do like them. I think the additions of J.C. Jackson and Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna put them over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, a team a lot of people are forgetting about, and I want to show them some love because last year they were the most injured team in the NFL.
Who's number 3?
We know what's that like because the year before that we were the most injured team in the NFL.
Okay,
but they've added pieces. The pieces that they added are really, really good, and this team is always good on defense.
The Ravens?
And when they're healthy on offense, the Baltimore Ravens.
How did I know it was the Ravens, bro?
The Baltimore Ravens. Thank you. I think a lot of people are sleeping on them because of the season that they had last year, but they were the most injured team in 2021. And we know what that's like.
Yeah.
They drafted Kyle Hamilton. They signed Kyle Fuller. They're getting all of their other pieces back. Marlon Humphrey's coming back healthy. Marcus Peters is coming back healthy. They re-signed Calais Campbell. They have Michael Pierce as their nose tackle in the middle. They drafted Travis Jones from UConn to spell him in the middle. Yeah. They got all the pass rushers that they need. Linebackers, Patrick Queen is a beast. And then their offense is getting healthy too. Hopefully Ronnie Stanley comes back and can man that left tackle position like he did and was an all-pro. They're getting J.K. Dobbins back. They're getting Gus Edwards back. Lamar Jackson done put on 15 pounds of muscle, and he's looking better. So if the offense is healthy and they can stay healthy and the defense can stay – if Baltimore can stay healthy, and they probably won't be the most injured team in the league again because that usually doesn't happen where you're the most injured team multiple years in a row. Again, we saw it. We were most injured in 2020. We were not the most injured in 2021. If they can stay healthy, the Ravens are going to be a problem.
Listen, I'm not going to go against that, man. The Ravens are always a problem on defense, even when they're not healthy or unhealthy, whatever it is you want to use. So I can't even imagine. The Ravens, to me, are the AFC 49ers defense. Like it's kind of like mirrored. Like those pieces, the 49ers defense with even
if you look at the teams, they're kind of mirrored.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like that's crazy, right? When you
dual threat quarterbacks, good running back,
solid offensive
line, top tier tight end.
You focus on the defense,
and you focus on defense.
Yeah, and it's all about the rotation.
Only thing better with us is our receivers.
And I would say that there's
because they don't have a Deebo Samuel or a Brandon Ayuk. They're trying to figure it out. They traded Marquise Brown. They believe Rashad Bateman is going to slide into that number 1, but again, he has to prove that.
Correct.
He has to go in and solidify his spot as number 1.
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure that out from a receiver perspective. But you're getting back J.K. Dobbins. You're getting back Gus Edwards. Lamar looks healthy. Mark Andrews, again, top 3 tight end in the league behind Kelsey and Kittle. Whoever you put at 1 or 2, obviously we know who's 1 for us. But I think the Ravens are going to be in that top 5 conversation.
Most, how about for next Tuesday? You and I, put together our NFC and AFC power rankings?
Next Tuesday, I'm gonna be in Philly, so it'll have to be Thursday.
Thursday, that's fine. Next Thursday, we'll put together our power rankings for the NFL, and we'll rank the AFC and the NFC. Let's do that, man. Well, then that gives us more time to actually put it together. Thanks, Gammon, for the idea. That's something that we've never done. We'll put out a graphic and something. Y'all can put it out there like we PFF over here on TWBEN. I love it. Listen, man. All right, so look, let's get through some of the highlights of day one training camp. All right, so let's start with the quarterback, man. So Trey Lance, he was out there. You heard Rohan speak a little bit about it. You heard him talk about like the quarterbacks itself. All right, there were a lot of throws scripted as far as like check downs and things like that. Trey Lance went 9 for 11. I believe his 2 incomplete passes. One was a receiver ended up falling down. The ball was going his way. Receiver fell down. The other one was the pass breakup from Emmanuel Mosley, who felt like he should have intercepted the pass. So Trey Lance,
I thought that was the one. The
is that the one that the receiver slipped?
And it hit him in the chest. And then the other one was the PBU by Lenore, right?
I don't know if Lenore threw the PBU. That could have been Brock Purdy's pick. I could be wrong. So,
okay.
So Brock Purdy also missed. Nate Sudfeld went 11 for 11. Brock Purdy went 4 for 5. I'm not sure. I don't think Lenore was in on the first defense.
Okay.
So he might not have got in there to that third string. So he did have a PBU, but it never. I don't think it was.
It could have been against Purdy.
Yeah, it could have been against Purdy. So those are your quarterback stats for day one. And I would say, look, you could take it with a grain of salt. It's not much context behind it. The only context we're giving you is a lot of check downs. You saw Trey Lance do the bootleg action. You saw Coach Anthony Lynn working with him on the handoff, how he should do it. You saw Trey Lance take the ball up and run to the left. Like you saw things that we've been waiting to see for a long time. And remember, these are all installments, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. Right. So he said, now the 49er media says, now the PBU Lance was for Mosley. Right. Is that what I said? The Mosley broke up the pass. Right. And then there was another one.
So he broke up the pass and should have had the interception?
That was the one he should have had the interception on, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, y'all counting that as a PBU.
Right, because he didn't intercept it. Like, he felt he should have intercepted it. It was more
because it hit him in his chest.
Because it hit him. Right.
I don't know. Just for my brain, I don't count it. If the receiver slip and fall, I don't count that as a PBU. I know technically it might be. I don't
think that was the one though. I thought there was
that's what I was trying to determine. Right, there was another one.
I believe there's another play where the receiver slipped and fell, and that was the one. But those still incomplete passes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I look, we'll figure it out. Miss Debbie has a message for everybody. I ain't even going to read it. Y'all can read it. It's right there on your TV screen.
And as we say,
the
math is not mathing.
I took the TH out and just put an F in there, bro. 2 Fs. The math is not mathing. All right. Now, look, you did put this 49er media was putting out some really good video content. Listen, I like the sideline throws. There was one particular throw we got to talk about from Trey Lance because they are torching Trey Lance on the internet from this one throw. I don't have it with me. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. It was a sideline throw to Brandon Ayuk. It looked like it was a little bit behind him. Brandon Ayuk made the catch, all right? And they're torching Trey Lance on his mechanic, the throw being behind him. And it's the Jimmy stands torching him. Like they're 2, 3, 4 main Jimmy stands, and I know you guys know who they are. The Kelly guy, the fake, whatever y'all call him. Like they're saying, oh, these throws don't matter. We need to see him in a real game. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. Anyway, I want to talk about that throw, and I want to know if you got a chance to see that throw, because it was still a nice catch by Brandon Ayuk. I thought it was a good throw. I thought he put it in a place where Brandon Ayuk can only catch it. Sure, you could send the clip, bro. I don't have it. If you can email it, that would be good. Matter of fact, actually, I have it. Let me see if I can upload it from my Mac because I'm on a regular PC. And I'll go ahead and upload it to the site. And if you didn't get a chance to see the throw, bro, I should have it for you. That shot was crazy, though. I thought it was a good throw, but I thought it was a great catch, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but that happens all the that happens all the time. Like we haven't seen Tom Brady make a bad pass, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning,
it just can't
Drew
be Trey
Brees.
Lance, bro.
There's a lot of times when the ball doesn't come out perfect every time. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter in NBA history, and guess what? He doesn't make every shot. Why? Because sometimes the ball just doesn't come off your hand the way you want it to. Whether you're rushing, whether somebody, affected the shot, whether the ball was slippery, whatever the case may be. The
And
ball
this is
doesn't
the
always come
argument
out of
that
your
they're
hand
saying
perfectly. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, media, send me that clip because for some reason I don't see it in my. Oh, is this it? Hold on, and I'll try to show it. No, that's like behind.
He said that's a pick six for NECB.
Is that it? I can't tell if that
and,
was it.
And again, that's something that Trey's gonna have to learn. He's gonna have to learn. Okay, maybe I put a little bit more attention and to detail when I'm throwing this type of pass. This has to be a pass where I have very short
He was throwing some darts though, bro.
Yeah,
I'm looking at some darts,
there
bro.
are going to be some throws where he has a larger margin of error than other throws. So maybe he needs to learn if I want to make this throw, this one got to be tighter. This has to be the most perfect pass of any pass that I throw today because the margin of error is very, very tiny. So I mean, again, this is all things that he's learning and he's building and he's developing.
Bro, he was throwing some darts, bro. Like sideline darts. Like one's right here. You know what I'm saying? To where only the receiver can catch it. I think that was who's 13? Is that Ray Ray? That's not Ray Ray, right? Ray Ray's
3.
3. Who's 13?
Malik Turner?
Is that Malik? Is that Malik? Malik looked good yesterday too, by the way.
Yeah. We talked about it's going to come down between him and Keyshawn Johnson.
You daggone right we did. All right, let me go ahead and upload
Malik
this.
Is 17. Who's 13?
Who's 13?
13 is Keyshawn Johnson.
Get out of here. It's gonna come down. Yo,
that's gonna come down to one of them too.
So here's the thing, right? He threw it high point to only where he can go get it.
Right.
Trey Lance
was this in 7-on-7s or was this just?
I think that was 7-on-7s, bro.
Okay.
So oh no, that might have just been a drill. That might have just been a drill. Hold on, let me go back. I'm trying to upload this thing. Yeah, that was just a drill.
Okay.
There was no defense. I'm looking at it right now. Wait a minute. Yeah, it was just a drill. But the throw was there. The timing was perfect, yo. Let me send that clip to it so we can compare the two throws. The Brandon Ayuk throw, and then the other throw. All right, so I got the Brandon Ayuk throw ready. I'm gonna go ahead and show it. It's not long, so y'all just bear with me as I send this other one. Here we go. So I want you to watch it
run
again.
That one more time.
I'm gonna run as many times as you tell me to. I felt like that wasn't the throw. Send me that throw. I felt like it was another one because he caught it with one hand. That throw was actually, but you saw how it made him turn around, kind of, sort of.
What if Brandon didn't run the route right?
I don't know.
Why is it a Trey thing? And again, we also can't put too much into he's throwing on air.
Oh, he said
a defender isn't there.
All right, hold on. He's right. Look, I'm just telling you what I saw. I don't think there was anything wrong with that throw. Hold on.
49er media said the one I sent you, Breezie, is a better angle.
Okay. So that might be a different throw. So just bear with me. Oh, no, I think it is the same throw, but you're right. Let me go ahead and mute these volumes and let me send them back because, your boy ain't trying to get kicked off of you know what. No, I think I have this throw in here somewhere. Showing photos. Okay, so it's the same throw, but it's a different angle. All right, here we go. Let me make sure it's muted. Nope. Shout out to the iPhone on this muting stuff, yo, because you can mute the videos right now on the iPhone. This is so cool, yo. Like I'm sitting here looking at this throw, and I'm like, yo, like why are they? Like, so Daniel said this was a pick six, though.
He said if a corner is there, it's a pick six. But I feel
Correct.
like if a corner is there and Trey sees a corner there,
he's not going to
maybe
throw
the pass is placed differently, or maybe he doesn't even throw that.
Exactly.
Like we can't even compare if you can't come. Oh, that would have been an interception. Yeah, it would have been an interception, but would he have even thrown it if a defender was there?
See what I'm saying?
Like, why are we? Oh man.
But you know what? We have to do this. This is part of what we do. Yeah. We analyze, we break down. So this, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at us. You know, let me go ahead and mute the volume on these other throws before I show that joint again, so I can resend them.
Bomber T.
What Bomber T say?
Practice should be perfect.
Practice makes perfect. Bomber T. Big difference. And you know that, fam. Practice makes perfect, bro. It shouldn't be perfect. You know, you're going to get better in practice, but the only way to get better is by messing up. Remember we had that conversation? Like, how are you supposed to learn? But I just don't see anything specifically wrong with the throw because it was a great catch. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not. I know I'm a Trey Lance fan, but I'm trying to be I'm trying to be optimistic about it. I don't really see anything wrong with that throw, not from that first angle that we had. And I'm adding the other joints now, so bear with me. All right, here's the throw from the other angle. I'm gonna let you watch that a couple of 400 times. And then I want you to tell me what your thoughts on this throw was.
All right.
It's processing right now. Shout out to StreamYard.
One more again. one more again.
Rose, I need you to fix your face real quick. Like just
just one more again.
Here it comes.
One more.
I'm not even looking at you. Come on, Mose.
I mean, sure. If a defender was there, he probably is going to pick that off and jump that route.
If he's Travarius Ward or Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, I mean, if he's one of the top guys.
Okay. Yeah, right.
But like, that's a warm-up throw. Let me see what I could throw inside, outside, and I'm not trying to shoot him too much bail, but like, yo, we're making a big deal about that throw. Like, that's the throw that we're making a big deal about. Oh, it's behind him. And shout out to our brother Lake City Fresh. He said, "Come on, y'all." He was like, "What did he say? Let me see if I can find it real quick."
I don't know, but he was like
he was like as many behind the back, behind the neck, close eye, minute bull, high
hospital.
Passes,
just say hospital. You can sum all that up in one word, bro. Hospital.
Right. Like, that's the throw from Trey Lance in the first training camp practice that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And like warm up throws.
It was a completion.
Open air routes.
Hey, look, it was a spiral. Look at I'm a silver.
Play it again.
I'm a silver lining guy. Right, I'm gonna play it again
because they were also talking about that too. He doesn't throw a spiral. He doesn't throw a tight spiral.
Right. I'm with forever.
Play it again.
All right, I'm gonna shut up.
Play it again.
Okay, it's coming. It's coming right now. Here we go. That was on a rope too, bro.
Yo, they make me so mad. Yo, they make me want to cape for him so hard that, you know what, like, that I want to say, like, yo, I don't even care if he throw the ball behind the receiver. He throws so fast and so hard that it's going to get there before the cornerback can get there and jump it and intercept it. and you know what else? You know what else I can say with that too? Not only is he going to throw that right behind the back pass and get it there before the corner can get there and jump it to give Ayuk or Debo a chance to turn up the field and take it for more yards, but he's also going to use that later on in the game where he's Brandon Ayuk is going to run that same route. Trey's going to pump fake it. You're going to think he's throwing that same out to the sideline,
right over the head, bro.
But then it's an out and up because the corner is going to jump it because the first time he missed the pick, the second time he's going to be overzealous and try to jump it, and he's going to get burnt with an out and up. And then we're gonna get another deep touchdown. You're gonna make me cape for Trey that hard that I'm gonna say I don't care that he's throwing the passes behind the receiver because like y'all are nitpicking on one lousy throw that's on air. It's pitch and catch. That's backyard football. Me and my son can go outside right now and practice that same throw, and I can throw it behind him, below him, above him, outside of him, everywhere. Like, come on, y'all.
Listen, Tart would have dropped it. That's number one. Number two, Tart wouldn't even been covering Brandon Ayuk.
Right, he wouldn't even been out there to cover it. What are you talking about?
This is funny, bro. Look, first of all, like I said, I'm a silver lining guy. I look at, was that behind? Yes. Can he learn from it? Yes. But let's look at some of the positives in it. It was on a rope. It had zip. And it went right into the breadbasket of the wide receiver. Boom. To where only the wide receiver could have made the play on it, right? And so if there was a defender there, we would see a different probably type of a throw, but there wasn't. So let's see what happens later when they do the offensive drills, the 11 on 11. Let's see what happens later if something like that tends to happen. If Trey even throws that way, I think Trey's going to be looking to get the guy to the, guy that's going to be kind of like on their way getting open. But I do like that Trey throws to the sideline, and we watched him last year throw to the sideline. Remember that zip to Brandon Ayuk? Wait a minute. Are we talking about the same Trey Lance that threw that out pass to the sideline to Brandon Ayuk to where we were like, how in the hell did Ayuk get that ball? It went right through the defense. Trey ain't nothing to be reckoned with. You know what? Y'all can talk shit about Trey Lance all y'all want. Y'all can nitpick about Trey Lance. I'm going to do the exact opposite, bro. I'm going to big this brother up, yo.
Oh, Bomber T said something nice.
I didn't.
He said something nice.
He has more touch this year. Yeah. Oh, he had a nice. Oh, then wait a minute. Then they were complaining, and I got to get to Peachy's comment. Then they were complaining about Trey Lance throwing sidearm. It's a complete. Yo, can we get the Rams guy on here? Can we get somebody from the Lions on here as well that had Matthew Stafford that I know was an ace at sidearm, and I don't think they ever complained about him throwing sidearm. Why? He was completing passes. So if the pass is completion,
nobody complains when Mahomes does it.
If it's a completion, what's the problem? Like, I don't get it. It's what's the problem? He's throwing complete passes. I brought that up because Bomber T says he has more touch, and when you were watching some of his check down throws, they were kind of like sidearmed, but they were touched. They had touch on them, right? And so Elijah Mitchell made a blazing catch. Jermichael, like, they were making nice catches out of the backfield, things that you want to see. So Bomber, you're right, man. You're 100% correct. Daniel Calderon wants us to send him the link. He says we confuse him. Should we bring him on the show? Should we do it? Let's do it. We want to do it.
No. I don't think he's talking about us. I think.
Okay.
So he has a comment. He says it's so weird seeing 49er fans want Jimmy still. Y'all confused. So I think it's.
Oh, see, that's why I don't pay attention to the chat. Peachy with the contribution. Let me get that up here.
He did say send me the link though.
Yeah, so I didn't know what he was talking about. Shout out to Peachy. Y'all lucky. I'm gonna try to speak like her. Y'all lucky I can't call in when y'all lucky I can't call in when did interception Jimmy become perfect? I'm trying to get the country twang. In what game was he perfect that you weren't leaned down?
Yo, that game, that when you said game, that was perfect. That was it. That was it.
Behind some pillows are closing your eyes scared he was going to date a linebacker. Stop it. So I expected this contribution to have a bunch of explosive words
expletives.
Expletives, like beep, beep, beep,
where you was about to be beep, beep, beep.
Yes. Peachy. Y'all done made her hot, man. Listen, Peachy, do me a favor. Go ahead and grab you a nice cold water or something right now. Don't let these people rile you up, Peach, because we know you gets it in when it comes to, your football team. We know you gets it in. And you're right, because Jimmy, all he threw was interceptions. Trey didn't throw one yet. So what's the problem? What's the problem?
And guess what? I don't care if he does.
My point exactly.
Because the year Mahomes started, when he took over for Alex Smith, I remember sending my cousin, who's a Chiefs fan, something about Patrick Mahomes where he threw like 7 interceptions in one practice. And I was like, this is the guy y'all going with? And my cousin was like, just wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! He then became to be NFL MVP and Super Bowl champion. So, I don't care if he throws interceptions in training camp practices.
You know what?
Because all it is learning what not to do. So that's where you take those risks. You take those risks so that when you're in a game, you're more calculated when you do decide to take a risk. You're more calculated and you can say, this is not a risk I should take right now. Let's live to fight another down. That's all. It's all a part of the learning process, bro.
All right, listen.
Mahomes was terrible in his first training camp when he took over the starting job.
All right. So, 49er Media, let me know what message you want me to read again. I'll do it again. I don't know if you mean this message or if it was something you was trying to send me, but just let me know. I got you, fam. Also, the one on the screen. Nah, because PG gonna cuss me out. The accent is dope, but I'm trying to look, man. I want to be an actor at some point in my life. Like maybe I don't care what the age is. So I was trying to get the voice right. Y'all lucky I can't call in. When did interceptions Jimmy become perfect? And what game was he perfect that you weren't leaning down behind some pillows or closing your eyes, scared he was going to date a linebacker? Y'all better stop it, because y'all know Jimmy Garoppolo is a piece of mother. That's peachy. Bam! Give me my money. Yo, I won. Did I do
please,
it?
Somebody clip this. Somebody clip this, please. Clip this immediately. Immediately clip this.
I love you, Peachy.
Bro,
yo.
that was dope.
He said, first of all, listen, DeMarcus, there's 3 accents, maybe even 4 I want. Southern accent, Jamaican accent, British accent.
That's why he's talking all of that stuff.
And Australian accents. Those are my accents, yo. If I can knock down them joints, I'm Gucci. He said that. John, I ain't with you, bro. Yeah. Listen, he said I got peachy sounded like over color. Now that was the woman from Brewster's Place, Oprah, bro. I was trying to give a little different Oprah interpretation. Nah, but seriously, man, listen. Like, you're right, and we got another contribution because this is what it is, and Niner Cali boy is spot on. People looking for negatives instead of positives, and this is perfect because this leads to my next thought on Trey Lance, and he doubled up. And so, Niner Cali boy, thank you for the contribution. Mose, do you agree with this? Or, I mean, we're seeing it already, and it's from Niner fans.
It's like they don't want to be happy with this new quarterback. And even we're not telling you that like be a jump on the Trey bandwagon. What we've been saying is we've spent a lot of capital to bring this young man to this organization. We have to see what he's able to do. And sitting him for another year behind Jimmy Garoppolo is not beneficial to him, and it's not beneficial to us as an organization. We need to figure out and see him in 16, 17 consecutive games. We need to figure out what we have. Do we even have anything? Do we have something that we can build off of? Or is this going to be too big of a project to, get this guy to be a competent starting quarterback in the NFL? You have to see it. You have to have a sample size so you can properly gauge it. And it's time. We had enough sample size of Jimmy Garoppolo to know that he was not going to give us anything additional or more than he's already given us. So now it's time to move on. If Jimmy Garoppolo was in the class of an Aaron Rodgers or a Tom Brady or a Josh Allen, then cool.
I'm sorry, whenever you make a dope point, somebody say something that makes us laugh. PG says, I'm taxing the heck out of y'all. Mose didn't do anything but laugh. So, but yeah, taxing too.
I probably laughed too hard. And I'm here. So that's our sister. So both of us here.
Yeah.
We get taxed together.
Tax me, take a picture, write it down. I don't give a. Yo, Peachy, I love when you get mad, yo. Whew, man, I be like, yeah. So on the next episode,
you just sit back and let her go because it ain't nothing else to say. It ain't nothing else to say.
Oh, Vermilion Sports Report chimes in each and every episode, man. He is a diehard Rams fan, but he chimes in. He loves the stream. He's over there doing his own thing. Listen, hey, 49er fans, why don't y'all go ahead and subscribe to his channel, right? And then give him hell on his channel. Even though he doesn't do that here, go ahead and subscribe and give him hell. You have my permission. I love you, bro. But listen, it's football season now, man. Training camp has officially started. It ain't no more bygones being bygones. You the enemy, and we coming for that belt. We coming for that trophy. I can let you know that right now. Chrissy with the contribution. She says, I'm laughing for the first time in a while. Listen, only thing I don't have are wigs. If I had a wig, I would have had the peachy purple hair color.
You put the purple wig on, dog, and do the voice.
Bro, don't give me no TikTok ideas, bro. Don't give me no TikTok ideas. I'm telling you right now.
I'm glad it seems like you haven't been able to laugh in a long time. I don't know what's going on, but just know we love you. We appreciate you. 100%. We're thinking about you. We're praying for you. And we're so happy that we can use our gifts and use our platform to bring some joy into your life. So happy that you were able to laugh.
Exactly. Thank you, Chrissy. We appreciate you for the contribution. Speaking of doubling up, this is wide receiver, right? He played for the Green Bay Packers. I don't know, a couple months ago, he told y'all better watch out for Trey Lance. Every national media person out there was being negative. This wide receiver, former NFL wide receiver, Green Bay Packers, initials Double J, came out and told y'all better watch out. It's like he's been watching our shows because we've been trying to tell everybody to watch out. He was on the Colin Cowherd show yesterday, and Cowherd was trying to do his best and giving Trey Lance a prop, like, his something. And it wasn't genuine. And so James Jones got on the thing and said, yeah, I've experienced what you're talking about when Brett Favre was here and they traded him and we had this guy named Aaron Rodgers. But you know what? We knew that even though Aaron Rodgers wasn't Brett Favre yet, we knew he was something special, Mose. We knew he had this gift. We knew he had this ability. So as y'all don't know what's going on behind the scenes, we knew that we were going to be in good hands with Brett Favre. Do you think the players from the 49ers feel the exact same way about Trey Lance as James Jones felt about Aaron Rodgers as they made that transition?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Where's my motherfucking flex bomb? I don't have it on there. I got to download it. I got to re-download it. 1,000%.
1,000%. Because you see how they're coming into to camp. You see how whenever anything negative goes out there about Trey, they're always there to have his back. And a lot of them are saying, all right, y'all keep talking. They're saying the same thing that James Jones is saying. We know because we've been in the building with him. We grind with him every day. We watch film with him. We practice with him. We work out with him. We hang out with him. We know what we have. Y'all don't know. So all y'all doing is talking. And I know it's a slow time in the NFL right now. Not a lot to talk about. So y'all picking low-hanging fruit. But keep talking. Y'all shut up soon. So 1,000%, I think that this locker room feels the same way, because you also don't hear anything about a locker room mutiny. You don't hear anything about, oh, there's the Trey side and then there's still the Jimmy side. Everybody's moving forward. They bought into what Kyle is selling. They understand what the goal is, and everybody is working towards that goal and working towards making sure that Trey Lance is successful, because I don't care who you like as the quarterback. Whoever the starter is, if he's not successful, you are not successful. Trey has to be successful for the rest of the team to be successful and for y'all to achieve y'all goals. So how do you do that? You help him be successful.
Like that. Like Trey Lance says, all I want to be is successful. All right, listen. Speaking of Jimmy G, 49ers first practice of camp update. Jimmy Garoppolo is in the weight room. He did not leave the facility after morning throwing session. Seemed upbeat as he joked with teammate. Didn't say which teammate. We also got the update that Debo was out there doing training and conditioning, but he was not practicing with the team. And Trent Williams was an excuse to attend a family matter. I do have that family matter, but I'm not going to disclose the information until Trent Williams discloses what's going on. But yeah, so we'll leave it at that. Hey, man, look, Jimmy was there. You mentioned him being in the locker room. Technically, he was in the locker room yesterday. I want to know which teammate it was. Who do you think the teammate was? You think it was Kyle Juszczyk, George? I don't think it was George Kittle. I think Kittle's on Jimmy's list. Who do you think the teammate might have been?
I mean, it had to be somebody who also isn't practicing, right? Because everybody else was out on the field.
Trying to think then. PUP guy, Jason Verrett. I know damn sure it wasn't Kalia Davis.
Nah. It's gotta be a vet. Who else was on PUP?
The tight end, Charlie Warner.
It probably was Charlie. It probably was Charlie, because he hung out with the tight ends a lot.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. Now, the good news from yesterday, the only bad news.
City Fresh said D4.
He did.
He was probably joking with D4. Hey, you out of here, bro? I'm gonna be right behind you.
I'm right behind you, dog. And the funny thing is, D4 wasn't even there, man. They let him go. He wasn't there. But here's the cool thing, right? All right, so only for me, there was only one bad takeaway from yesterday, and that was just the Ambry Thomas going back through the motions, in my opinion, of football. Yeah. The cool thing was Al-Shaair practice, Mike McGlinchey practice, and I'm mad Rohan left, because my last question to Rohan was, how did Mike McGlinchey look out there? Was he getting pushed around and things like that? Like, I'm curious to know what he saw without pads on.
So the starting offensive line was McKivitz, Aaron Banks, Jake Brindle, or Brindell, Spencer Burford, and Mike McGlinchey.
I don't know Jake Brindle. I think Daniel Brunskill took the snaps at center, right?
No, I heard Brunskill was his backup at center.
Oh, I thought he was working on.
I think he's also doing, like, coming back from some type of injury or surgery.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it was Brindell then.
Yeah, so it was McKivitz, Banks, Brindell.
He might have took reps with the first team, but he was definitely the second team guy.
That's what Rohan said. McGlinchey started.
Yeah. So you could be right. Niner Signers podcast. Make sure y'all go ahead and give him a subscribe to his channel as well, man. He does this thing. He does it real good too. His quality, his content be on point.
Yes, sir.
Alex is saying it was probably George. Listen, we got to get to this thing. We're gonna get up out of here.
Oh, did we do our poll? We didn't do our 15-minute poll question.
Yo, we got into the Peachy impression. That's what happened. Speaking of that, we got one more contribution. We gotta read. Shout out to Mike from Woke Niner Recaps. Peachy, we love you. Impressions are a form of respect. Just shows how much Mose and Breezy respect you. Go Niners. That's 100%.
Respect and love
and appreciate.
And appreciate.
All right. Yeah. So that, yeah, Peachy, you know we love you. It is what it is. We got Rams Nation up in the building. We got what's going on, Rams? Hey, man, thank you, man. Just here to say what's up, bro. Keep up the good content. Appreciate you. Listen, we gotta do this NFC West roundtable thing, Mose. We gotta put something together where we get Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals content creators all on this platform right here. We'll spread it to all their channels. Right. And we'll have a good sit down powwow. Now, I can tell you, it may be a Saturday that I have off if I can find one. And that way it could be a nice long ass show. Yeah. Because everybody gonna have to, they got stuff they want to say. Plus, we want to hear what's going on in their camps. And they want to hear what's going on in our camp.
Plus, I want some good content creators, some content creators that are similar to us, because I want some good roast battles.
You get what I'm saying?
I want us to talk trash about each other's team. Like,
you get what I'm saying?
This is what sports is. Like,
yeah, I don't want it to be cordial.
I appreciate Rams Nation. I appreciate Remelia Sports, but come season, we don't like y'all. At all. Don't like you.
Look, DeMarcus said it. They're not ready for the chat. Matter of fact, Peachy, we can't even have Peachy on that show. Right. We can't have Peachy on the show. She got a man to chat.
She got to.
Yeah, because Peachy will have, I'm going to tell you right now, she like the pit bull of the family, man. I'm at Rottweiler, pit bull, you name it. We just let her loose, bro. And yeah. And sometimes she don't listen, so it is what it is, man. We can't really
the chat for that is gonna be crazy.
We gotta do that, bro. We gotta do that.
That's gonna be fun.
I think we can have up to 10 people in here at one time, and we'll get some extra 49er content creators too.
Yeah,
yeah.
Obviously, we hosting it, so we're gonna have more.
And then we don't have to talk. Like, I'm just gonna click buttons.
Just sit here and just be like, yep.
I'm gonna make sure I got my Kermit cup of tea too with the Lipton tea bag.
Put the pinky up.
That's gonna be a dope show, man. We definitely gonna do something popping over there, man. Shout out to everybody that was tuned in. Thank you. We got one more contribution, and then we're gonna get to the poll question. All right, Miss Cinnamon Kiss in the building. Thank you for the contribution. Keep bringing that nitty gritty and bump the haters. We're going to send this straight to Trey Lance because he's going to have haters throughout his whole tenure with the 49ers. I believe they're going to hate on him until he proves the doubters wrong, the haters wrong. Like I said, I'm going to need whoever's sponsoring the NFL for music, if it's Bose, if it's Beats, whoever. Get this guy some headphones, man, so he can put them joints on and tune out everybody because Trey is going to be a problem. And I'm going to tell you that right now, and y'all already know, you can see it happening. It's going to be popping. Trey Lance, man, is the future. He's the present, and he is going to make sure that this team continues its legacy and to win. And Trey Lance is the guy that can get you over that hump and win that NFC championship game. Yeah, there I said it. Boom, there it is. It is. Why? Because he has the ability and he has the will. And there it is. Let's get to this poll question. Thank you, Cinnamon Kiss. We appreciate it. All right, I got to go to the YouTube. All right. And the question was, which player stood out the most? Man, I feel like, I'm okay. All right. Yeah. I'm going to end the poll right now. We got a lot of votes, about 160, something like that. I'm going to end the poll. 164 votes, man. 46% said Trey Lance. So Trey Lance was the guy that stood out. 28% said Emmanuel Mosley. Travarius Ward at 15, and then Brandon Ayuk at 8%. He caught 4 passes yesterday, man. I thought he stood out. I thought he stood out a little bit more. Who would you have voted for, Mose?
I mean, I got to go with my namesake. I got to go with E-Man. I think every year, E-Man turns it up a notch.
Oh, my gosh.
He's getting better and better every single year. And when you talk about Ambry Thomas and you talk about Kyle testing him and seeing if he's made of the right stuff, I want to make sure that he's putting a challenge out there.
I'm going to the flea market, see if they got colored wigs, yo.
I want to make sure that Ambry Thomas is made of the right stuff and is made of the stuff that E-Man is made out of. Because every single year he's come into camp and he's gotten better and he's gotten better and he's gotten better. Maybe he has a chip on his shoulder. Maybe he's saying, yo, the 49ers went out and gave this corner big money. And I've been here. I've been in this building. I've been working. I've been grinding. Like now I gotta show and prove more. It's cool. I got you. I'm gonna do all of that. And he's been showing and proving, and he's been getting better and better and better. So if Charvarius Ward is as advertised, and now E-Man is stepping up his game to be at the same level, if not better, bro, we got lockdown corners on the outside.
I'm with you, brother. Like I'm with you. I hate to say it, but I still think Emmanuel Mosley is cornerback one. I know he's not getting the money, but his mentality is that it's always been that. His only issue was injuries. And so, like, this could be the year where he's really healthy and he's out there just on lock. And I mean lock. And that's what you want, right? You got a guy that plays well in zone, can play man, plays well in zone. You got a guy that plays super well and press man. Like, this is going to be a problem. Ambry Thomas.
He's not afraid to hit.
They're not afraid to hit, bro. This is going to be, like I said, this is a good problem. Correction, the greatest 49, the hump is the Super Bowl win, not the NFC Championship. You're 100% correct.
You're right.
That is the hump. We need to get to that Super Bowl, and we need to win it. My point is Trey Lance will get us there. I think that's what I was kind of alluding to. And if we make it to the Super Bowl this time, when we make it to the Super Bowl this time, we win it. So that's what it is. All right. So, yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We'll see you again. Actually, I think I'm going to do a show tomorrow. I think. I think I'm going to do a show tomorrow. I think my schedule is going to be Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I need the other 2 days to write and content create. So I think that's kind of how I'm going to do my schedule. So be on the lookout for tomorrow, man. We'll recap day 2. I'm going to be out here getting all this stuff. I see day 2 started. People dropping off. They probably out there watching the practices, whatever. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love you. Stay up, stay faithful. Always keep it nitty and always keep it gritty. You know how we do. Peachy, thank you. Fear to God. I know you was watching from far away. We appreciate you, Miss Debbie. Thank you so much for your stuff. Everybody out there, we love you, man. See you on the next time. We out, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace. What a great freaking show, yo.
Of course.
What a great show.
Always.
Peace.